Hello. So, in this lecture, we are going to study quality control of audit of financial statement. So, as per SA 220, element of system of quality control, the firm system of quality control include policy and procedures addressing the following points. Firm's system of quality control includes policy and procedure that are addressing following points. So, firm system of quality control include policies and procedure addressing these 6 points. What 6 points quality control system of quality control address? First one is leadership requirement, second is ethical requirement, third is acceptance and continuance of clients relationship, fourth one is human resources, fifth one is engagement performance, and sixth is monitoring. So these 6 points are addressed by firm system quality and control policies and procedure. So as per SA 220, element of system of quality control, the firm system of quality control include policies and procedure addressing the following points. First one is leadership responsibility. So, leadership responsibility. The firm should establish policy and procedure designed to promote internal culture. So, firms should establish such policies and procedure that are designed to promote internal culture. The second point, the engagement partner should take responsibility of overall quality of engagement, audit engagement. So the responsibility of quality of audit engagement is of engagement partner. So engagement partner should take responsibility for overall quality of audit engagement. Third is engagement partner should emphasize emphasize on important audit qualities. So engagement partner should emphasize on following following important audit qualities such as compliance with professional standards, second compliance with laws and regulation required, third is compliance with quality and control policies and procedure, fourth one is engagement teams ability to raise concern without fear. So any employee could raise concern without any fear. Quality control policy procedure are complied with, quality control and laws and regulation requirement and professional standard. So engagement partner should emphasize on this four audit qualities. Okay, so these 3 points are there in leadership responsibility. First you need to start with the firm should establish policies and procedure designed to promote internal control. So firm should establish policies and procedure designed to promote internal control. Second, the engagement partner should take responsibility for overall quality of audit engagement. Engagement partner, who is the leader, engagement partner should take responsibility of overall quality of audit engagement. Third, engagement partner should emphasize on important audit qualities. Engagement partner should emphasize on important qualities of qualities on important audit qualities of compliance with professional standard, compliance with laws and regulation, compliance with quality control policies and procedure, and engagement team's ability to raise concern without fear. Okay, so here for first point we need to write that firm should establish policy and procedure designed to promote internal control. Okay, internal culture, promote internal culture. Second, engagement partner have responsibility for overall quality of audit engagement. Next point is also related to engagement partner. Engagement partner should emphasize on important audit quality, and then we need to mention that four important audit quality what engagement partner should consider. Okay, let's move ahead to ethical requirement. So the firm should establish policy and procedure designed to promote internal control and internal culture and ethical requirement. So in ethical requirement, first we need to talk about code of ethics, which we learned above, that uh, code of ethics prepared by IFAC says that fundamental principle of code of ethics are integrity, objectivity, professional behavior, confidentiality, and professional competence and due care. Okay, second we need to mention about independence. Where is it? So we first code of ethics, second independence. What is independence? Independence is an essential quality required by the auditor. Essential characteristic of the auditor. Independence implies the judgment of person is not subordinate to the wishes and direction to another person. Then code of ethics implies issued by IFAC defines term of independence in as independence of mind and independence of appearance. So only here only we need to define what is independence. Independence is essential characteristic of an auditor. Independence implies that the judgment of a person is not subordinate to the wishes and direction of the other person. And code of ethics issued by IFAC defines term independence as independence of mind and independence of appearance. Okay, and last we need in this, for first we say code of ethics, then independence, third is professional skepticism, which we will learn below. Here we need to write that professional skepticism is attitude that include questioning mind. So professional skepticism is attitude that include questioning mind. Okay, let me highlight the word questioning mind. Mm, so this 3 points we need to mention in ethical requirement. First, we need to give an introduction that the firm should establish policies and procedure designed to promote internal control, internal culture, and ethical requirement. Then we need to mention five five fundamental principle of code of ethics, then independence, and then we need to mention independence of mind and independence of appearance, then professional skepticism, that professional skepticism is related to questioning mind. Then the third is acceptance and continuance of client's relationship and audit engagement. So the engagement partner shall satisfy that the appropriate procedure regarding acceptance and continuance of client relationship and audit engagement has been followed. So third point says about acceptance and continuance of relationship of audit engagement. So before acceptance and continuance of client relationship, auditor should satisfy with appropriate procedure regarding the following. So so that firm obtain information about acceptance, and such information will assist auditor should he accept or not the audit engagement. So in first point we need to write that engagement partner shall satisfy that the appropriate procedure regarding acceptance and continuance of client relationship and audit engagement has been followed. Here the key word is appropriate procedure has been satisfied by the engagement partner. Second, SQC1 requires firm to obtain information before accepting an engagement. So SQC1 says before you accept an engagement, you should obtain certain information, and such information will assist engagement partner to determine regarding acceptance and continuance of a relationship and audit engagement. The following information should be checked before accepting the engagement as per SQC1. First one is integrity of the principal owner, key management, and TCWG. First, we need to check integrity of principal owner, key management, and TCWG. Second, whether engagement team is competent to perform audit, whether firm and engagement team can comply with ethical requirement, whether he need to check that threat to independence doesn't apply over here. So engagement team can comply with ethical requirement over here. Then integrity of principal owner, key management, and TCWG. If they are fraudulent people, we shouldn't accept such kind of audit. Then engagement teams competency, and last, significant matter arise during current slash previous audit and their implication on compliance. So significant matters which was raised in current or previous audit and their implication on continuance. So third point was acceptance and continuance of clients relationship and audit engagement. First point, engagement partner shall be satisfied that appropriate procedure regarding acceptance and continuance of client relationship and audit engagement have been followed. Second, SQC1 require the firm to obtain information before accepting an engagement. Third, such information assist engagement partner to determine decision regarding acceptance and continuance of a relationship and audit engagement. Following information should be checked. First one is integrity of principal owner, key management, and DCWG. Second is whether engagement team is competent to perform audit. Third is whether engagement firm and engagement team comply with ethical requirement. And fourth is significant matter arising during previous slash current audit during the and their implication on continuance. Okay, first, engagement partner should satisfy with appropriate procedure for acceptance and continuance. Engagement partner shall satisfy with appropriate procedure. Second, SQC1 requires to obtain information. First one is appropriate procedure have been satisfied. Then what is appropriate procedure? Appropriate procedure is to obtain information, and such information will assist engagement partner to determine decision regarding acceptance and continuance, and mm, what all information should be checked. First one is integrity, second is engagement team's competence to perform audit, third is engagement team compliance with relevant ethical requirement, and fourth is significant matter arising during current or previous audit and their implication on continuance. Okay, easy answer. Let's move ahead. Next is human resources. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide it with reasonable assurance that it has sufficient personnel with capabilities, competence, commitment to ethics to perform its engagement with professional standard and laws and regulation. So the firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide it with reasonable assurance. So policies and procedures are designed to provide it with reasonable assurance that it has sufficient personnel. It has sufficient personnel with this quality, with capability, competence, commitment to ethics to perform engagement with professional standard and laws and regulation. Capability, first it should have sufficient personnel with capabilities, com- mm, competence, then commitment towards ethics to perform engagement with professional standard and laws and regulations. So policies and procedure of firm should provide that it have reasonable assurance, it should have reasonable assurance that it has sufficient personnel, sufficient, first is sufficient personnel with capabilities, competence and commitment to ethics to perform its engagement with professional standards and laws and regulation. Okay, next is engagement performance. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirements. So above we said that firm should establish policies and procedure to provide it with reasonable assurance. The question was of human resources, therefore we said sufficient personnel. Here the question is about engagement performance, therefore we will say engagement performed. Okay, till here it is common, this and this is common. Okay, the firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed, and above firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that it have sufficient personnel. Okay, so let's concentrate on engagement performance. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirements. So engagement are performed in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement, and seek to establish consistency in quality of the engagement performance. First, engagement performance should be in accordance with professional standards. Second, laws and regulation, and third, consistency in quality of engagement performance. Okay, so matter address include process to comply with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirements, same as above. Process to comply with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirements. Second is engagement process process of engagement, supervision, staff training, coaching, etc. And process to keep all the policies. Okay, three process to comply with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement, process to engage process of supervision, staff training, coaching, process to keep all the policies. Fourth is appropriate documentation, and fifth is method of reviewing the work. Okay, so this five matters are addressed in this point, engagement performance. For engagement performance, auditor firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement, and it should seek consistency in quality of engagement, and it should seek to establish consistency in quality of engagement. Here matter address include policies to comply with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement. Second, process of engagement, supervision, staff training, coaching, process to keep all the policies, appropriate documentation, method of reviewing the work. Okay, last point is monitoring. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are provided in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement, same as above. This oh sorry this and this is same. Okay, First point here is same. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement. Here we need to add that it also include periodic inspection. Monitoring means periodic inspection of a selection of complete engagement Okay, the purpose of monitoring compliance with quality control policies and procedure is to provide an evaluation of. So the purpose of monitoring compliance the purpose of monitoring compliance with quality control policies and procedure is to provide evaluation of. So the purpose of monitoring compliance with quality control policies and procedure is to provide evaluation of these 3 points. So the you can say that purpose of monitoring quality control policy and procedure is to provide an evaluation of this thing. Okay, so purpose of monitoring quality control policies and procedure, what is its purpose? Its purpose is to provide evaluation of adherence of professional standard and legal and regulatory requirements, whether quality control system have been appropriately designed if and effectively implement. Quality control system is appropriately designed and effectively implemented. And third, whether firms quality control policy and procedure are appropriately applied. Pol- Firms policies and procedure are appropriately applied so that report issued by the firm are appropriate in the circumstances. So here we need to monitor whether professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement are met, whether quality of quality control system have been appropriately designed and effectively implemented. First, we need to check whether professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement are met. Second, whether quality control system are appropriately designed. First, appropriately designed, and second, effectively implement. And third, whether this quality control policies and procedure have been appropriately applied. Why we need to check whether it is appropriately applied? So that report that is issued by the firm and engagement partners are appropriate in that circumstances. Okay, so this was our last point, monitoring. Let's revise it once again. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement. It also include periodic inspection of a selection of complete engagement. The purpose of monitoring the purpose of monitoring quality control policies and procedure is to provide an evaluation of whether professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement are complied with, whether quality control system are appropriately designed and effectively implemented, and whether quality control policies and procedure have been appropriately applied, so that the report that is issued by the firm or engagement partner are appropriate in that circumstances. Okay, so these are the 6 points of firm system of quality control. Okay, let's have one last quick revision of this answer. The quality control of audit of financial statement, this is as per SA 220 element of system of quality control. So the firm's system of quality control include policies and procedure addressing the following. The firm system of quality control includes policies and procedure addressing the following points. What are the points? First one is leadership, second is ethical requirement, third is acceptance and continuance of relationship, fourth is human resources, fifth is engagement performance, and sixth is monitoring. Once again, first one is leadership requirement, second is ethical requirement, third is acceptance and continuance of client relationship, fourth is human resources, fifth is engagement performance, and last one is monitoring. So what is our first one? First one is leadership responsibility. So the firm should establish policies and procedure. Here we are talking about firm system quality control, which include policies and procedure addressing this. So firms mm, sorry firms establish policies and procedure designed to promote internal culture when addressing leadership qualities. So that's why this point is common in all answer. It came from here. Okay, the firm should establish policies and procedure designed to promote internal control. The engagement partner, when we are talking about leadership, we should talk about engagement partner. So the engagement partner should take responsibility of overall quality of engagement, audit engagement, and engagement partner should emphasize on important qualities of compliance with professional standard, compliance with legal and regulatory requirement, compliance with quality control and policies and procedure, and engagement team's ability to raise concern without fear. Second is ethical requirement. Here the firm should establish policies and procedure. Firm should establish policies and procedure designed to promote internal culture and ethical requirement. First, here we need to talk about 5 code of ethics. Then independence, that we are not subordinate to wishes and direction of any other person. And then skepticism, that professional skepticism is about attitude that include questioning mind. Professional skepticism is attitude that include questioning mind. Okay, here we need to mention these 3 points. Then third one is acceptance and continuance of relationship and audit engagement. The engagement partner shall be satisfied that appropriate procedure regarding acceptance and continuance of client's relationship and audit engagement have been followed. So engagement partner should be satisfied that appropriate procedure have been followed. Appropriate procedure have been appropriate procedure have been followed. Second, the firm should obtain information before accepting. So before accepting, firm should obtain information, and such information will assist engagement partner to determine regarding decision regarding acceptance. Then following information should be checked. First one is integrity of principal owner, key management, TCWG. Second one is whether engagement team is competent to perform audit. Third is firm and engagement team can comply with relevant ethical requirement and significant matter arise in previous audit, and the implication for continuance. Fourth one is human resources. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that it has sufficient personnel with
with capabilities, competence, commitment to ethical to provide to perform engagement with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement. Easy. Fifth one is engagement performance. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed in accordance with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement, and seek to establish consistency in quality of engagement performance. Matter address include: first one is process to comply with professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement. Second is process of engagement, supervision, staff training and coaching. Third one is process to keep all the policies. Fourth one is appropriate documentation, and fifth is method of reviewing the work. Last and sixth point is monitoring. The firm should establish policies and procedure designed to provide reasonable assurance that engagement are performed in accordance with a professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement. It also include periodic inspection of selection of complete engagement. The purpose of monitoring quality control policies and procedure is to provide evaluation of whether professional standard and legal and regulatory requirement are complied with, whether quality control system are appropriately designed and effectively implemented, and whether firms quality control policies and procedure have been appropriately applied, so that report that it issued by the firm are appropriate in the circumstances. Okay.